If you're a Yoshi fan, I feel like there are very few places on the spectrum you'll likely fall. Either you like the puzzle games, or the original Yoshi's Island for Super Nintendo. For the former, Yoshi really plays no role in those outside of branding. The latter probably holds the most weight. Otherwise, I don't think there's much else in between that fans would die for. As for me, playing the Game Boy Advance version of Yoshi's Island when it released on Nintendo 3DS left me feeling relatively indifferent. I think it's neat to see the previously course-based Mario series open up, but unfortunately I was probably spoiled on that in the fully realized vision of it in Super Mario 64. So what's my favorite Yoshi title? You'd probably expect me to say something dumb like Yoshi Touch and Go, and absolutely, that is, let's not even beat around the bush. It's Yoshi Touch and Go. I hope you're surprised because I'm not. Welcome to the nightmare that is my life. However, I think most of the reason why Yoshi Touch and Go is generally frowned upon is due more to circumstance than the game itself. What initially started as a Nintendo DS tech demo to show off the capabilities of the system's dual screens, touch controls, and microphone became a Nintendo DS tech demo that Nintendo put on a cart with a $30 to $40 price tag. It's a content-starved, touch-based arcade-style platformer with a few variables to add the illusion of new challenges. Each mode starts with Baby Mario falling from the sky, and the player needs to safely guide them to Yoshi. While you can get points here, the core of the game really starts once Baby Mario has landed on Yoshi's back. Yoshi marches forward on his own. The player can draw clouds to not only guide him, but also speed up or slow down his momentum by creating slopes. Drawing a circle creates bubbles that can encase enemies, coins, or fruit, which can be dragged around the screen. They can even bring them directly back to Yoshi for him to obtain or eat. Tapping on the screen launches eggs, and blowing into the microphone removes all the platforms drawn for Yoshi. It's a fairly simple set of controls, though it can be unreliable at times. It's easy to accidentally blow away all the drawn platforms or fudge a circle. In exchange, you get precision aiming and the ability to quickly switch between working on different sides of the screen. This speed and precision is incredibly important as the game quickly becomes hectic after the first few rounds. On the left side of the screen, the player babysits Yoshi and makes sure that nothing touches him or that he doesn't suddenly walk off the cliff to his death. On the right side, you're bubbling foes and lining up shots to build combos by hitting multiple enemies and coins. For an extra layer of depth though, you can also work the bubbled enemies into those combos. The score the player builds has varying effects. During the scene where Baby Mario is falling, how many points you get determines which Yoshi you'll start with. After that, how you're scored largely depends on the mode. Score Attack presents a limited set of levels to try to earn the highest possible score on. Challenge Mode has a time limit for each area, which can be extended with combos. In Time Attack mode, the only goal is to reach the end and beat the boss as fast as possible. But in my mind, Marathon mode is the only one worth playing more than once. It's an endless test of endurance, with score measured by the distance traveled. It shows the most areas throughout the game, and in turn includes the most diverse amount of content. Every 100 points spawns a star, which turns Baby Mario into Super Baby Mario, who is fast, invincible, and has unlimited throwing stars until the timer runs out. Each level has a unique backdrop, music, a couple exclusive enemy types. That's pretty much it. What you see here is what you get. There's not even that many levels, and a lot of them blend together. I think a lot of what I like about this game is the novel control scheme the Nintendo DS offered. In addition to just having a great presentation, I love the push and pull tension between the game's relaxing tone, which can quickly transform into a hectic struggle for your life. Well, I'm not going to sit here and pretend the other modes are that different. It's nice to have 4 different ways to play. What I think hurt Yoshi's Touch and Go most was just the incorrect pricing for the scale. If more avenues of distributions were available in 2004, it would have worked great as a $1 to $5 download. Outside of the lack of content, there's nothing particularly offensive about the game. The aesthetics are generally spot on with Yoshi's Island, even if it is a completely different style of play. I would love if they readapted it to a mobile title, but I doubt anyone at Nintendo is looking at Yoshi Touch and Go and saying, this is what the series needs. Though I wouldn't be surprised if Super Mario Run scratches a similar itch. For me, it's just a nice game to return to every year or so to try to place on my scoreboard.